Basic Training for Triax EoC. Welcome to this webinar, which is a part of the Triax EoC training program. The duration of the webinar is approximately 20 minutes and it is performed in English only. This webinar will give you a basic introduction to Triax EoC solution. This will include a short introduction to the business opportunity and the value proposition, the hotel manager's reasons for choosing EoC, your reasons for choosing EoC as installer, technical theory on G.HN basics, introduction to controllers, an introduction to endpoints. This training level is basic and is for everyone. The training is both commercial and technical. There are no training prerequisites. This webinar will be available as a MP4 video with English audio. Triax EoC is part of a bigger picture. We call it our hospitality solution. The hospitality solution is built upon 4 components: Triax head ends, Triax EoC, Triax In Touch platform, and a partnership for committed partners. The first part of the EoC basic webinar treats the commercial aspects regarding EoC. Why should we use Triax EoC? First, let's identify the business opportunity. Why does it make sense for you to spend time attending this webinar? The hotel manager is faced with a dilemma. Guests demand good Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi coverage has become a very important factor in guest reviews. But with limited technical knowledge and a limited budget, how do I create that seamless Wi-Fi experience that guests demand? How can I get this done without closing down rooms, which would mean less turnover? The hotel manager needs a competent partner with the knowledge to install and maintain such solutions. Infrastructure is not his core competence. So why exactly is Triax EoC so interesting? The answer for the hotel manager is simple. Triax EoC is a solution that creates excellent Wi-Fi coverage in-room, reuses the existing cabling, can coexist with your current TV setup without changing frequencies on the TVs, only takes 15 minutes to deploy in the hotel room, has remote monitoring and configuration. In total, Triax EoC is a simple way to fulfill a demand, with relatively little effort. What makes Triax EoC so interesting for you as installer? As a solution, Triax EoC allows you to use your existing knowledge about coax networks to expand to new business areas. Triax EoC reuses the existing cabling to create excellent Wi-Fi coverage in-room. It can coexist with your customer's current TV setup without you having to change frequencies on the TVs. Only takes 15 minutes to deploy in the hotel room. Has remote monitoring and configuration. In total, Triax EoC is a simple way for you as an installer to fulfill an important demand from your customers. The EoC value proposition is very clear. With EoC, we can create excellent Wi-Fi coverage in rooms by reusing the existing coax cabling. This means that the hotel manager can get affordable Wi-Fi without any new cabling. So selling EoC is, in fact, selling a better guest experience. Note that the nature of the solution makes EoC highly attractive for already existing locations. These are often not willing, or able, or allowed, to replace existing cabling. With an EoC solution, a number of advantages exist. Depending on who you are, they may have different importance. The hotel manager is thrilled to save costs by reusing already installed coax cabling. No need to reprogram channels as TV and internet will coexist without interference. The hotel manager saves time on installation and, very important, he avoids closing down his rooms. The guests will enjoy a high-quality network and appreciate a better guest experience overall. Why should a hotel choose a Wi-Fi solution delivered through Ethernet over coax? Hotel success is measured in happy guests. Guests who are happy provide good reviews, which are highly important to the hotel. The EoC solution, however, also represents a great opportunity to increase sales. A premium Wi-Fi can be upsold and increase revenue per guest. The hotel manager is also interested in saving costs. If coax cables already exist, this is the strongest argument for EoC, as the hotel then avoids costs on new cabling. It's a very important argument that hotel rooms don't need to be closed down. And finally, time can be saved. An EoC solution requires as little as 15 minutes per room. The EoC solution and the Wi-Fi infrastructure can be serviced by one installer, and the hotel can focus on its guests instead of on hardware. But what about the installer? Why should an installer, or an integrator, recommend Wi-Fi through Ethernet over coax? Installer success is measured in happy hotels. EoC is a clear opportunity to increase sales. You as the installer can reuse your existing knowledge about coax networks to enter new business segments. You place your company in an attractive position through selling complete solutions. And you open up for the possibility of recurring revenue. A reliable, but also flexible network is highly important to the hotel. With G.hn, TV, and internet signals can coexist without interference. A reliable and safe solution allows the hotel to focus on its guests. When existing coax cabling can be reused, the installation and configuration of the endpoints is an easy task. You deliver an excellent solution, without having to invest oceans of time. Things are simplified for the customer, as all parts of the solution can be sourced from one provider, namely Triax. We can conclude that we choose EoC for different reasons. For you as an installer, possibly with a strong experience on coax networks, EoC is an obvious opportunity to expand to new business areas. For some of your customers in hospitality business, EoC could be the answer to high guest expectations about Wi-Fi. With Triax EoC, excellent Wi-Fi can actually be delivered without the mess caused by pulling new cables. The hotel manager will also be a fan of the idea that only few man-hours are needed to deploy the solution. There would be one single point of contact for both coax and Wi-Fi infrastructure. This is a first step towards a more simplified IT universe for the hotel manager. The second part of the EoC Basic webinar treats the technical aspects. What is Triax EoC? So, what is EoC? EoC is Ethernet over coax, but it's more than just a cable. Typically, it's transmitting Ethernet packets over a modulated RF signal. With Triax EoC, it's converting from Ethernet to coax and back to Ethernet. Let's say that you have an internet signal that you want to send over a existing coax installation. Triax EoC uses G.hn to do this. Connect your TV signal and internet connection to the controller. Connect the controller to your existing coax installation. Add return path filters at the amplifiers. Connect an endpoint where you want the internet and TV signal available. Connect your TV and laptop to the EoC endpoint. You now have TV signal available and internet on the laptop, including in-room Wi-Fi. If you have a location without an endpoint, you will still have the TV signal available, directly from the existing outlet. What exactly is G.hn? G.hn is a standard from the ITU telecommunication sector, ITUT, promoted by an industry group called Home Grid Forum. G.hn is specifying the transmission of Ethernet over 3 different types of media. Either coax, telephone line, or power line. Triax EoC uses G.hn Wave 2 to transmit Ethernet over an existing coax installation. Without getting too technical, we can say that G.hn uses the frequency range from 2 to 200 MHz for transmitting the download and upload data. This is normally called downstream and upstream. TV and radio will be available from 300 MHz and up to 1000 MHz. The range from 200 to 300 MHz is not usable. When you browse your internet provider's list of available connections, you may see that all the connections are asymmetric. You can view it as different sizes of pipes for download and upload. You have a download speed that are much higher than the upload speed. This is a asymmetric connection. Triax EoC is not asymmetric. You have a total bandwidth of 1600 megabit per second. This must be divided between download and upload. Evenly important to speed is latency. Triax EoC has a latency of 122 millisecond. This ensures a reliable and fast connection. Triax EoC uses the new G.hn standard, called Wave 2. The full capacity of G.hn is 1600 megabit per second. This is divided between download and upload. Let's look at it in a schematic. The maximum download speed is theoretically 1 gigabit per second, limited by gigabit connections in the network. Therefore you can have up to 1 gigabit per second as download, leaving 600 megabit per second for upload or vice versa. The controller automatically allocates the bandwidth to the endpoints, divided in time slots, which gives each endpoint the maximum speed available at the endpoint. The speed at each endpoint is reduced by attenuation. This could cause issues with bandwidth in installations with very high attenuation. The Triax EoC series consists of different components. First we have the controllers. The controller is the main unit located in a central place, starting from supporting 32 endpoints up to supporting 64 endpoints. The controllers are stackable, 2 by 2. Endpoints deliver TV through coax and internet through RJ45 or dual-band Wi-Fi, supporting 802.11 AC or N. Finally, there are passive components like return path filter, designed specific for EoC. But how does it work, in a hotel for instance? Let's start in the hotel room. You have a bathroom, a nice bed, a coffee table, a desk, and some interactive devices. Finally, an EoC endpoint, delivering the services for the interactive devices. We assume that the room have an existing outlet, where the TV has been connected to. We add the G.hn signal, carrying the internet signal, to the existing RF signal. Place a Triax EoC endpoint on the wall. Connect the coax cable to the endpoint. Connect the Ethernet connection to a laptop or other equipment, maybe an IP set-top box. Connect the outgoing coax connection to a TV or set-top box. Connect the power to the endpoint. After the endpoint boots up and connects to the controller, you have TV and internet in the room with Wi-Fi also. A hotel floor could look like this. Here there are a number of rooms on each floor, with a hallway containing additional lounges. Typically, the original Wi-Fi installation has access points in the hallway, like this. This will result in poor coverage in most of the rooms and the lounges. You can of course add more access points to this installation. But then additional cabling is required and the access points needs to be configured. With Triax EoC, you can place an endpoint in each and every room, delivering the best Wi-Fi coverage, without additional cabling and configuration. Now, this is of course depending on the specific hotel. There are many factors to take into consideration when we are talking about Wi-Fi coverage. Maybe an endpoint in every second room is sufficient. A survey can clarify this. If we look at the complete hotel, then we see more benefits. The controller is installed in a central place. The endpoints in the hotel rooms will deliver Wi-Fi and TV signal. The endpoints in other rooms, like the reception or lounges, will only serve as access points, if desired. The complete EoC setup can of course be combined with a Triax head-end, delivering the complete TV signal for the entire hotel. So again, why use Triax EoC? For the hotel, there will be several benefits. Some of them are better Wi-Fi coverage, due to a larger distribution of access points. The installation will be less expensive, since the installer can reuse the existing installation. Easy installation of the endpoint eliminates the downtime of room. The endpoints are configured from the centralized controller, minimizing the maintenance. From the installer's point of view, there are also significant benefits. Reusing the existing installation reduces the price. This gives a more competitive price. The installation is more flexible and more reliable, because of the centralized controller. Installing the controller and endpoint are simple and easy. Configuration is stored in the cloud, with the possibility of monitoring the system. This concludes the webinar on Triax EoC Basic Training and Introduction. Please visit our website or contact your Triax key account for further information regarding Triax EoC. The website also contains information on available Triax Academy courses. Thank you for watching.